What is the purpose of a fat burner? Well, to burn fat. So watch this video carefully to find out whether you should take them or not, and if so, which ingredients are actually useful. First of all, there is no active compound or ingredient that directly burns fat. However, some active compounds can influence the body to trigger a metabolic response that promotes the use of fat through different mechanisms and simply help you reach a calorie deficit. Because yes, the goal is simple, for the body to burn more calories than it consumes. But which ingredients are actually effective? First of all, I like to go back to one point. We always hear, my metabolism is slow, my metabolism doesn't work. No, it's you who doesn't work. Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. No, I mean literally, you don't move. Yeah, I know. But what is metabolism? To better understand, imagine your body as a car. Metabolism is the amount of fuel that this car consumes. And that depends on the engine, so your health, your muscle tone, the weight of the car, so your body mass and on how you drive, so your activity level, and lots of little things that make your car consume more or less. Well, it's the same for the body. It might sound silly, but the more your car drives, the more it uses up. And our body is just the same. So stay active, the more you move, the more calories you burn. For example, walk while you're on the phone, take the stairs, and if you have a sedentary job, try to get a desk that lets you walk while working. I assure you, it can really make a difference. But honestly, you want your car to use as little fuel as possible, right? It makes sense. You save fuel, you go further, and it's the same with your body. Its goal is to use as little energy as possible. So in a way, when we try to burn calories, we're going against its nature. I know the modern world does everything to make us less and less active, but the choice is still yours. Walking instead of taking your electric scooter, walking instead of riding the bus for 2 stops, these are small daily actions that make a difference. And to finish with metabolism, then we'll get to dietary supplements. You often hear people say that those who are overweight have a slow metabolism. Well, you should know that there's a good chance it's actually the complete opposite. In reality, people who are overweight or obese generally have a much higher basal metabolism than average. Alright, now let's move on to ingredients that could potentially help us lose weight. Let's start with things you already have at home. Well, I hope so. Protein and fiber, they help to indirectly increase metabolism. The fact that the body needs more energy to digest these foods, therefore, increases the energy the body expends. Next, eating healthy. This provides the right minerals and vitamins that allow our body to function at its best, which indirectly affects metabolism. All right, just tell me which ingredient I need to take. We're getting there. There are ingredients like spices that promote thermogenesis, which is the production of heat. Ingredients such as cayenne peppers stimulate thermogenesis by activating TRPV1 receptors found in various tissues. This activation increases the production of CAMP, which helps regulate functions such as metabolism, muscle contraction, and hormone secretion. Spicy foods like chili peppers, ginger, red pepper, or turmeric can increase resting metabolism and reduce energy intake, but desensitization may occur over time. Other interesting ingredients have proven effective in regulating satiety hormones. And this shouldn't be overlooked, because consuming fewer calories is easier for losing weight than burning them. So ginger, green tea extract, or mate help decrease ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, and increase leptin, the satiety hormone, knowing that many people struggle to stick to a diet because of satiety issues. Of course, we can't ignore caffeine, which is a stimulant, and therefore provides extra energy, consequently increasing calorie expenditure. Caffeine has a well-documented effect. It can increase resting metabolism by 3 to 11% for 1 to 3 hours. Nicotine increases resting metabolism by 5 to 6% for a duration similar to that of caffeine. This is one of the reasons why some people gain weight when they quit smoking. Green tea or green tea extract also raises metabolism by 4 to 5%. Studies on guarana show a 10% increase in resting metabolism for 3 hours after exercise. Certain combinations of stimulants and plants can lead to an increase of about 15% for 2 to 3 hours. It should be noted that the placebo groups showed a 3% increase. Berberine is also an interesting ingredient that activates certain enzymes like AMPK and helps regulate blood sugar, which is a key factor in optimizing weight loss. If you're interested, I've made a video specifically dedicated to berberine. This is often consumed for its cardiac or cognitive benefits, but it can also help with weight loss, at least according to this study. This study was conducted on 24 women and showed a 14% increase in resting metabolism after 12 weeks of supplementation with EPA and DHA. And yes, we're indeed talking about omega-3s, Energy expenditure during exercise increased by 10%, fat oxidation by 19% at rest, and by 27% during exercise, with a 4% gain in lean mass. That's quite encouraging. Another ingredient that has the potential to optimize fat loss is NAD+, but I'll save that topic for another video, as it's a bit more complex. The last category of ingredients, such as naringin, L-carnitine, and forskolin, promote the use of fatty acids as the main energy source by stimulating lipolysis, the breakdown of stored fats, by increasing a key hormone that regulates lipid metabolism, thereby enhancing fat burning. I almost forgot, another ingredient that helps increase calories burned is drinking very cold water. Drinking cold water requires your body to use extra energy to maintain its ideal temperature. Just like being in a cold environment, it's the same principle. I'm just giving you the information. What you do with it is up to you. So each action or ingredient has a relatively small impact, but if you add everything together, it can help you with your weight loss. However, the one thing that can have a significant impact is sleep. Getting good sleep truly makes your weight loss much easier and more effective. So optimize your sleep. There are other things besides ingredients and sleep that can affect your weight loss, so feel free to subscribe because we'll cover those in other videos. In any case, if you want to try some of the ingredients we've just discussed, we have a supplement that combines the active components proven to be effective for fat loss, and of course with optimal dosages. Yes, it's called Fat Burner, but no, it doesn't burn fat directly, it simply supports the mechanisms that contribute to it. I highly recommend downloading our ebook. It can also guide you in your weight loss journey, and it's completely free. Yeah, it's crazy that it's free, but there you go, it's free. With that, see you next time.